Do you feel like you have home field advantage at the Atlanta City Games?
No, I don't feel like I have home field advantage, but it does help that I'm from here. So it's always great vibes coming back here and running.
Tia, how are you feeling after the 12-19, the amazing run at Grand Slam a couple weeks back?
I feel pretty good. I feel confident. We got a good marker. We went back to training. We worked on some things to potentially improve it, clean some things up, because I definitely have a lot more things to work on. So yeah, I feel good coming into this race.
Have you really still kind of been in a training block over the past couple weeks? Because your times have been dropping week over week every time you've competed.
I would like to say my coach is the type of coach that likes to break things down, so I do a lot more film study than I have before. I'm learning more about my body. I'm getting older. We're able to break down hurdles, and for me to understand it as an athlete differently than I have in the past. So I feel like we really reached a different barrier for me to understanding track and field itself and hurdles. So once I put all those things together and put it on the track, I feel like it's just inevitable from there, because as you know, of last year when I ran indoor, we were getting it together, broke the world record, but unfortunately I fell and tore my ACL, so I wasn't able to complete my season. So we're just carrying on what we were trying to do last year.
How often do you watch film?
Every practice, really, more so every rep. After I get off the track, we may record it and I'll look at it, and if there's some things I need to work on, we fix it right then and there.
When you run 12:19 this far in the season, when you did that, was there a number that popped into your head like, ooh, I could go 12, whatever?
I'd like to say I can break the world record. So anything I put my mind to, I know I can do. As long as all my ducks are in a row and I have my faith under God, anything's possible.
Are there any ducks that you're really working on that you need to get around?
You know, there's always some ducks quacking, so we're going to see. But, you know, we're still early, so we're not in a rush to do anything. You know, time and place is definitely important right now. But, you know, what's most important is to come out here for Adidas and go out there and give a show.
Potential sub 12?
What'd you say?
Potential sub 12 seconds?
Oh, I don't put any numbers down. I don't run for time. I run for technique placements and, you know, giving it all for Adidas. So we'll see. But we're not goaling for any world record breaks this weekend. But, you know, if it happens, it happens. But, you know, you don't run for break world records. You just run because you love to run.
Did it feel that fast?
No, it did not, actually. It doesn't really, whenever you run really fast, it normally doesn't never feel that fast. Maybe if you're running indoor because it's closed in, so you like feel the wind. But no, it didn't really feel that fast. We knew it was fast, but I couldn't tell you what the time was until I saw it, so.
And the mid-up track, how would you evaluate it?
Say that again?
The mid-up track, do you think it's fast or?
I think it's very bouncy. It's very different than the tracks where we normally run at, but that's the whole point of this great meet that they put on. It's a bouncy track, so, you know, it's going to be some fast times out there.
How will you approach this differently on a different track?
I definitely would say that pre-meet is definitely most important. So the different approach would be coming out to pre-meet and getting on the track, getting a feel for it, and knowing your body. So if I go out there and I'll hurdle and coach me like, you need to push on the ground a little more or dial it back a little more because the track is a little bouncy, then that's what we need to do.
How do you maintain your success and focus with off-track distractions and everything and still find success?
My Bible. I'd like to say I just read a lot. I stay in my Bible. I stay grounded. I stay at home. I go to practice, come home, do my regimens. You know, I just stay head down, dial down. So that's how I keep my success.
What are some of your pre-race preparations?
I'd like to wake up in the morning, thank God for my day. I read my Bible. I'll eat breakfast for the most part. I just do whatever makes me happy. Just make sure I listen to my coaching. My coach is whatever she tells me to do at the time. Pre-meet. For the past 2 years, my first time actually doing like a shakeout before I run. So I feel like that's definitely something that I interpreted into my regimen, and it's definitely helped on the track.
Tia, since the last time you were here, of course, Grand Slam is now in full bloom and you benefited greatly from it. What's your feelings and thoughts on the whole more money in track and field?
I absolutely love it. I definitely think that Grand Slam is bringing a lot more attention to track and field. It's definitely a blessing that I'm able to experience this and be a part of it. I am completely grateful for Grand Slam. Thank you so much, Grand Slam, for allowing me to be part of that organization. And I think it's just turning the tables for track and field, and potentially it'll be further along in the future.
More than just once every 4 years, huh?
Yes. What'd you say?